Might as well start off tonight with some Igglybuff. To save your progress, something that will literally never be done. Just use the pen at the top left. Who in their right mind is going to save at the very beginning of the special episode? Like, I get it if that introduction cutscene was like super long, but it's only 2 minutes, and that's not that bad by this game's standards. Gameplay. Alright. Power Band, that's really good. I'm just gonna put that before I forget it. Faux hold. That'd be amazing if this is the enemy that has it. Yep. Alright. Only thing I'm missing are vines and orange, but outside of that, pretty good items from Murky. Okay. I'm gonna be really upset if the stairs are in like the very last room. Good. Is that Rust or Orange? Oh. That was a waste of time. Alright. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, this is like the worst range of health to be in. Because if I had a little bit less health, Bodyguard would be able to activate. And I am already out of the range. Revive, yes. Unless something ridiculous happens, I should be safe to finish the run. But now that I said that, something ridiculous is gonna happen. have no idea why the growl sound effect is so weird on the emulator. Like, it does. I don't remember it sounding like that. Alright. So far, not a bad Eastern Cave run at all. Person band. I actually don't know which one person is. I think that's Confusion. Alright. Saved a minute and a half there. Sub 33. Sub 35 is possible if I could just save a bit more time in the Fortune Ravines. Oh, yeah, Murky Forest didn't go to 10 minutes this time. That is big. For me, that's actually really good. overall, this has actually been a really good run so far. Especially since I have one revive, and I believe I have at least one orb to deal with monster houses if I run into one before the required one. Which, the game calls it a monster house and it plays the music, but it isn't one. It is not. Alright, and boop. I made sure I didn't do it. Funny how much Armaldo is saying how hard Fortune Ravine is, when really nothing in the whole special episode outside of like the final boss is any more dangerous than the Diglett in Eastern Tail. Like, that's probably the most deadly part of the whole thing. Also, because this run is going really well, if I run into a monster house that isn't the required one, I am not going to hit the increase button just because I don't know if the preset, if the hotkeys are the same. And I don't want to invalidate the run because I somehow thought it would be a good idea to map the button to make the monster house counter go up to a button that instantly invalidates the run. That would suck if I did it. Sea trap orb. Okay, that's not very helpful. Okay. Alright. Boom. That was one of the best rooms I've gotten in the whole game. And also, that would be ridiculous if I ran into that Smeargle. Didn't get another revive, but you know, I shouldn't need that many revives. I say this, but I'm probably gonna just barely lose the monster house. Okay, seriously, my luck this time is getting stupid. Compared to last night where I was just getting screwed over every 3 seconds, it's nice to actually have not terrible luck for at least a few seconds. And now that I'm pointing all this out, it's gonna go away really quickly. so. That is such a stupid fortune. Yeah, unless I screw up in depths or the fight, this will almost definitely be sub 35. Alright, Monster House, this isn't as bad as it could be. Because... okay, that's the one I'm looking for. Oh, okay, I guess traps don't spawn in monster houses? Anyway, I'm gonna bump up the counter by 1 after. Just because I am not risking losing the run to that. Just something stupid like invalidating it by pressing the wrong hotkey. Ooh. That was a... Oh, that's very unfortunate. The sad thing is this probably is going to be more dangerous than any monster house. From that last monster house. I'm losing a bit more time than I'd like here, but... I mean, I also did get monster housed, didn't it? Alright. I lost about as much time as I made in Fortune Ravine, so I'm gonna have to actually execute this fight pretty well. On the bright side, I have both Sweet Kiss and Sing, so if Uproar happens turn 1... Alright. Okay, yeah, I'm... Alright. Uproar happened turn 1, that's fine. I can just spam Sweet Kiss instead. I don't even know what I hit. That's... Alright, camera up is absolutely priority number 1. I say as Armaldo decides to not. Okay. Yep, we got this in the bag. Boom. Let's go. A run that's not absolutely horrible. I just have to remember what the last line is when I have to end the run. Alright, so it's after the don't really exist anywhere line. Got it. I just realized I think I'm barely I might miss out on the sub 35. Don't know the timing exactly. I think it is like going to be very close. But no matter what, it's definitely a PB. Also, after this run, just for the sake of making this not as much of a pain to download later, I'm gonna briefly pause the stream. I'm gonna put it back up, like, right afterwards, just so that I can break it up and not have to download, like, a 2 or 3 hour long video later. Because downloading that takes forever. Anyway, yeah, I missed the 35. I missed sub 35 just barely. Alright, 35-21. We take those. We take those. That was not a bad... By my standards, that's not completely garbage. And it actually moves me up into top 5 in the leaderboards. Or at least top 5 on emulator. I have no idea why I'm watching the full credits, but I am. That went super well. Also, forget what I said about pausing the stream. I'm not doing that. I'll suffer later. But If it weren't for that Fortune Ravine, if it weren't for the Monster House and Fortune Ravine, I would have gotten the sub 35. Like, there were so many just like really small improvements I could have made during that. Like having a better Murky, and not losing nearly a minute in depths. But I did have a pretty decent final boss. That could have been faster if Vespiquen didn't just decide to go everywhere and anywhere. But overall, this hasn't been completely terrible. Thank everything.